Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully, you can all hear me. Uh, I will be starting in 1 minute time because I think of where some of you, the location is, you probably are in the US, maybe some are in Europe, and so there is a little bit of time difference in terms of it's not exactly the hour, and it's a little bit more than that. So I will start in a minute or so. If you have any questions, then just please you can type your questions in, and I will address them as they come in. If you or you could raise your hand, and I can see that you've raised your hand, and then I can address those as they come in, as I see your hand goes up. Hopefully, you can all see my screen. It should say Realopedia, the global real estate marketplace, and it should have the a global, the planet, the globe, with the Tower of London, Burj Khalifa, the bridge um, in Australia, and so on. Okay. Hopefully, you can all hear me clearly. I will begin the presentation now. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me today. My name is Paul Jibara. I am the Director of Marketing and Business Development at Realopedia. I am in the UK, but I am between the UK and where our HQ is, which is in Dubai. I have also on the line, I have the VP of North America. He's online as well, so he's listening in, and he's based in New York. So the people who are in the US or even Mexico or no, or South America, you're more than welcome to connect directly with Wally in New York. If you have any questions directly to him at a later stage, you can contact him, and then he'll be able to assist you and answer your questions. I'm also available if you are in Europe. I can then answer all of your questions, or the Middle East region, or any other questions that you have. I will try and answer them either now or at a later stage. I will now, before we start, I will just give you my email address directly. It's pauljibara@realopedia.com, and then I will give you Wally. It's Wally Jibara at realopedia.us. So any questions that you have, please feel free to ask us now or at a later stage. Okay. Realopedia. Realopedia came about when the visionaries of the company itself, which is the CEO and a few of the core team, including myself, the CEO in particular, she recognized that agents and professionals around the world within the real estate sector, they lack the technology and connectivity to successfully participate in the massive and the global real estate sector. Now, I don't know if you're aware of it, but the real estate sector is the second biggest employer in the world after the services industry. So it's a massive, massive sector. But what happens is, in a lot of cases, which is what we recognize, is that agents they lack the ability to connect and to network globally with other international professionals. So you very much end up being in your own area. Maybe you expand a little bit out of your area. So if you are in Miami, you might look at Miami, you might look at Orlando, but very rarely do you expand and say, let me look outside of the US realm and let me look at Europe. You might have an odd contact or two within that. We also realize that agents lack the connectivity to global industry components. So it's not just about selling property or being able to, go to the end consumer. Okay, we're all end consumers. We all have our own houses, and we all bought and we sold our own houses and moved to other houses. We're the end consumers, which is fine, but it's only in the local area. So it doesn't allow you to then say, let me speak to developers, or let me go and speak to another agent, or let me go and speak to a service provider, somebody who does interior decorating. You might know a little bit, but you won't know on a bigger scale. It's very difficult to try and connect with all of these people. We also realized that developers and agents did not have access to global investors. At the same time, agents did not have access to global properties. So if you are based in New York, you might not, you don't have access to, let's say, somebody in Dubai. You might know of somebody, of somebody, of somebody who might have a property for you because your client has come to you about it. So all of these things, we realize that there is a massive gap in the marketplace, and that gap is to bring everybody onto a single platform called Realopedia. So when we did this, when we came up with Realopedia, we came up with the global marketplace. We have two things here. We have the first row, which is the six core key elements. These are all of the ones that come together under a single umbrella. So you've got the agents, the brokers, companies. You've got the developers. You've got the associations, the MLS, the different government bodies. You've got the corporate affiliates. So the people that do the construction, the people that do the interior decorating, even the banks, anybody that is indirectly related to the real estate sector will go into the corporate affiliates itself. You also have the investors and the consumers. So these are the six core key components within Realopedia that allows you to connect on a global basis. Supporting that, we have seven other functions, which is the crowdfunding, which is something that we will be handling from the US. Our US partners will be handling, and that will come in towards the end of this year. We have the Knowledge Hub. This is very unique because the Knowledge Hub allows you to be able to get insight information about events, about research that's happening. Okay, I believe you're having some issues with hearing me. Is that correct? I have a couple of people that said they're having issues hearing me. Okay. Is it better now? Okay, just bear with me 1 second, please. Let me just try and do something on the internet. 1 second, please. Hello? Can you hear me now? Is this better? Is it better now? Can you hear me? Please, can you confirm? Okay. Because the only thing I can do is to reset it. reset the internet. But if am I breaking up too much? Okay, I will continue. If you can't hear me, then what? Just let me know, and then what I'll do is I will switch off and then switch back on again with everyone, if that's okay. So I will just go back one little step, if that's okay for the other guys who can hear me. Okay. What I was talking about was where Realopedia came from, and so we came up with the idea of the global marketplace that allows all the six components to connect together on a single platform. It also gives you the second level tier, which is basically allowing you to do to have the knowledge hub and the information on Realopedia itself. So we have within the knowledge hub, we have a media center that we have information on the podcast. So some of this presentation will be on there. We have things about the newsletters, the magazine. We have a Realopedia magazine that will be on there. We have a job search, which is unique as well. We have a networking platform. And of course, we have the property search and our corporate and social responsibility. So Realopedia brings together all of these components from around the world onto a single platform itself. So this is a map of the world showing you all the components. The functionalities. Realopedia, we integrate and connect the six key components of the global real estate platform into the single technology platform. Realopedia creates global marketplaces between all of these six components. We provide connectivity, and our portal is a gateway for industry professionals to connect within these marketplaces. We are a B2B as well as a B2C site. So where B2B, you are connecting and reaching out to other real estate professionals around the world, as well as reaching to investors who are the B2C segment. Realopedia offers a property marketplace where agents can connect, you can build, and you can expand your network globally. Realopedia, we offer something called Developers Preferred Agents Program, which I will come to in a little while, where agents can represent developers for any international project from any agent from around the world. Okay, and to benefit from that, you have to be on the Premium Plus or Premium package, which I will come to as well if you have questions on those. Realopedia is therefore your gateway to real estate with worldwide connectivity and global reach. The six integrated key components, as I mentioned, are the broker companies, all the way through to the consumer. So these are the components that are connected, allows you to integrate and connect all of them onto this Realopedia as a single platform. We have the B2B, which is both the social networking and the market networking. A lot of people have come back to us and said, so you are really the LinkedIn within the real estate sector. And very much so, because we have the LinkedIn that allows you to communicate. We also have the allows you to connect and to communicate. We also have the networking aspect of it. Some of the services that we offer, we give agents, brokers, developers, and service providers global visibility. You can have access to a range of real estate professionals, developers, and related services worldwide. You can post a job vacancy. We have a private group on Facebook called the Realopedia Facebook group, and we would love to include all of you in. You have featured properties in the Realopedia Global directly. You have crowdfunding listings, developers projects. We support it in 27 languages. You are featured in our Realopedia online magazine, and hopefully some of you have seen the magazine, or if not, then please let us know so that we can send you the link, and then you can download it off our portal itself. We have, like many of the others, like Zillow or Trulia, we do have a search property for residential and commercial, and that's pretty much straightforward, it's standard all over. We have it on there, and it allows you to search by commercial, by residential, by country. Now, of course, we don't have every single country, but we have a lot of the countries already. We have quite, I think, around 20 countries so far on there, and we are expanding. We have a knowledge hub, and the Knowledge Hub is basically giving you and keeping you up to date with the latest information and trends in the real estate sector on a local and a global basis. We also have country statistics. We have our own blogs that we put on there. We have a buying property guide. We have country statistics. We have crowdfunding news, which will be coming towards the end of this year. We have exhibition and conferences. These are the ones that we recommend and we've participated in. So it's not an exhaustive list, but it has a handful of exhibitions and events that we actually put on there, which are on a global basis. So, for example, in the US, you have a lot that is on a local or regional basis, which are fantastic. So, but we don't mention those in there. So what we're doing is we're talking more on a global, international level. For example, there is the um, San Diego Association of Realtors. They have their event end of next week, taking place in San Diego. So yes, we are going to be present there. So please, if any of you, the listeners, the attendees, if any of you are in San Diego or are planning to go, please come and see us there. Wally will be there, and we do have a stand, a small stand there. So please do come and see us, and Wally can help you. If you didn't hear me today, then Wally will be able to help you and answer your questions there. One of the things that we do is we work very closely with educational establishments and training schools within the real estate sector. For example, in Dubai, we work very, very closely with Dubai government and their educational arm called Dubai Real Estate Institute. We work very, very closely with them in terms of running some of their promotions. We have their advertising on there. We do twice a month, we do webinars, educational webinars with them, where we talk a little bit about Realopedia, and then we have certain topics that we will talk that are relevant, that comes from their teachers themselves. So their own instructors will come onto Realopedia, onto the webinar, and they will talk about the do's and don'ts of real estate, the investments in Dubai, or investments in the Middle East region, or investments elsewhere. So now, so that educates people who within the real estate sector, but wanting some free information, some information that would really, really help them. And we've been running this now for about 9 months, and it's become very, very successful. We were doing it once every month or once every 2 months, but now it's become very, very successful. Um and so where so we're now, this is now why we do it twice a month. We also do certain things within the Miami Association of Realtors, where we have their information that we actually put onto the Knowledge Hub. So any news items, anything like this, we actually have, we put on there. We also have unique things, which is industry research reports. So people like JLL, people like Astico, people like the Miami Association of Realtors, and now hopefully we will also have San Diego Association of Realtors, where they publish reports that are either in the public domain or in the private domain, but it's gone out to the real estate sector. We will post those directly on there. Within the UK, we are in discussion with a number of associations to actually bring on board their reports as well. So that should be coming. Just watch the space. We have a media center, and this is again very, very good. I believe I'm still breaking up. Hopefully now it's better. We have a media center where if you are a premium member, you're allowed to upload your audio or video podcast related to the real estate sector, either about yourself or about your CEO or somebody within that has done an interview that is on a local or a global basis, we would love to have it on there. Your interviews, we will post them as well on there if they are relevant to the real estate sector. Webinars, these webinars that we do, the generic ones or the ones that we do on a like Miami Association, we do exclusive ones for them. So those will not be on there. But if you are a Miami Association of Realtor member, you will automatically get access if you've listened in onto the webinars there. We have a job search function. Many of you, I'm sure, advertise looking for agents or brokers or realtors to work with you. And sometimes you go to those amazing websites that are out there for recruitment. However, they are recruitment on a massive basis. And sometimes you get CVs from people that are not related to the real estate sector or don't have a qualification in the real estate sector. So what we've done here, it's a very straightforward and simplistic way, but it is targeting people within the real estate sector. So it will be anybody that is in the real estate sector or within an associated sector can post a job. So you just post a job, and then people will apply directly to you. We don't. It's not a service that allows you to put your CV on. It's a service that allows you to post a job and to know that you're going to get like-minded people or people in the industry that will come directly to you. We have our Realopedia magazine. We launched it at the end of March, and it's a very good magazine. It features, what we do is we actually have a one-on-one within it. So it's a one-on-one with the CEO. So our CEO, Laura Shweri, the first interview she did was with the CEO of Dubai Real Estate Institute, and we talk about education, and we also talk a little bit about Realopedia and what he thinks is Realopedia and how Realopedia is going to be beneficial to the education sector and to the real estate sector. We also talk about the various companies. We mention certain companies on there. We talk about your properties. We talk about your projects. So if you look on there, you will see that we have covered one of our members who is from Miami, and we actually put 3 of his latest projects, which are on Realopedia, on there. If you want to advertise only, you can advertise on the magazine itself. The magazine is purely a digital magazine, and you will have to go onto Realopedia itself to be able to download it. One of the things we do and we've done from day one is we support. We have our own charity name called Realopedia Kids in Need, and we support underprivileged children. Where at the end of each year, we give a small percentage of each paid membership goes to charity. Okay, and this is reviewed by the board at the end of each year. So we've done, for example, we've donated money to Dubai Cares, where they were building and constructing a school for underprivileged children in Nepal. And now this year, I'm traveling next week. So next week when I go back to Dubai, I will be able to know which charity we are going to donate the next support to. Okay, any questions so far? I hope you can all hear me. It should be better now. So I will just continue. Okay, so very briefly, what are the Realopedia capabilities? Well, we have a number of things here. We have the front end and we have the back end. But as you are all either agents or broker or realtors or developers, perhaps some of you are service providers, I will just quickly take you through some of the back end and what it looks like on the front end. So you will all get a dashboard. Within that dashboard, you'll have a lead management system. You'll get access to the property marketplace. You'll have access to the Developers Preferred Agents program. You'll have social media that we support. It's mobile responsiveness, so it means that you can have it on the mobile and people can actually see it on the mobile, and what we do in terms of digital marketing for you. So on the dashboard, you will see right at the top, let me just make this perhaps a little bit bigger and you can see it. right at the top, you'll see a menu. Okay, the menu will show you the dashboard, of course, and then that gives you at a snapshot. If you are a premium member, it gives you at a snapshot um, how many properties you have on there, how many impressions, how many clicks, how many leads. It also gives you some basic analysis about the properties and what you've added on there and so on, and whether people have viewed it or not. On the right hand side, then it tells you who you are and then the benefits package, what package you're at. So this way you can see at a glance whether you are a premium, whether you are a premium plus, or whether you are a classic user. Once you click on that, you can then sorry, let me just reduce the size. You can then see at a glance what other things are at the top. So you have on the dashboard, on the menu, you have property marketplace, DPAP program, your account management, your property management, your job management, your lead management, your subscription, and also tutorials. So we give you complete tutorials to be able to self-manage how to upload your properties, what you need to do, how to upgrade your subscription, and so on. The property marketplace. Okay, the property marketplace is basically where agents can connect, they can build, and they can expand their network globally. So we give you, you basically post opportunities, you can search for opportunities, you can reach those investors, and you can connect and build your network. So this part of it is the B2B, where you have, you're also able to search for investments. You can find the right market. If you're looking for a particular market, you can connect with other professionals and you can build and expand your network. So this is the property marketplace that is purely a B2B that allows you to connect north and south, east and west, all over the world, to be able to really reach people within the real estate sector. And one of the things with Realopedia is when for somebody to become a member, so if you are an agent or a broker or a realtor or a developer or a service provider, you need, or a corporate affiliate, so you need to become a member, you need to actually register. And once you register, we ask you for your license. So you have to be you have to have a professional license where you have to upload it. And we then, if you are not a member of any particular association, we have our own third party due diligence that we do, and then we allow you, once we've done that and once it's been approved, we allow you to come onto Realopedia itself. So it means that when you're doing B2B communication with other professionals online on Realopedia, you know immediately that they've come from Realopedia. That means they've gone through a vetting process. This is very good because then this allows you a certain amount of comfort level to know that these people are not contacting you cold shoulder. They are actually coming through to you on Realopedia, and they can only contact you on Realopedia itself. You have on the menu itself, you have the property marketplace. This allows you to share your existing listings. So if you have listings on there and you think, well, you know what, I have on the complete property listings, we have 50,000, 100,000, whatever, in terms of, let's say the listings are there, but your listings are unique. So you already have them on there, and all you do is you basically copy the URL and you paste it onto here. It makes it much easier and people can actually see it. So you are promoting your brands within that if you want to share your particular listings with people who are connected to you on the right hand side. That brings you onto the property marketplace on the home page, so you can actually see that. We then have, this is one of the key things for agents and brokers to actually look at, which is the Developers Preferred Agents Program. What this is many of you um, would want to actually connect with the developer and to look at the developer and to sort of say, well, you know what, I have some people who are interested in buying a property in X, Y, and Z. So, for example, we got this week, in fact, I got an email from a realtor in the US, and they have a big project that they are promoting, and they're looking for agents outside of the US that will support them. So then I said to them, well, okay, well, this is even though you're a realtor but you have a project do you have exclusivity for this project? And they said, yes, we do. I said, well, it's a developer's project, then that's great. You can then look at putting it onto the you can look at it as a developer's aspect, and you can put it onto the DPAP program. So what this happens is, let's say I or this agent am the representative of this developer. Okay, I upload it onto the developers section. I put all of the details on there. So I have the whole marketing resource library. So I have the 2D, the 3D floor plans. I have the master plan. I have all of the facilities that go within it. I have proximity, let's say, if you're proximity to shopping malls, proximity to schools, proximity to the beach, and you put all of that information on there. You also put all of the direct marketing materials. So you have the email, the EDM that goes out, the electronic direct mailer that goes out. You also have the let's say the actual digital brochure and the leaflet that you also want to send out. So what happens is, as a developer, I upload all of those onto the marketing resource library. So everything is there. You, as the agent, okay, if you are a premium plus, you can see that the button. So you can see the button here where it says view. Okay, you can click on view, and then it allows you, if you are a premium plus member, to click and to become to apply to the program. So what you do is you apply to the program, and it's a very simple form. You complete it, and it goes directly to the developer. The developer then, once they've negotiated with you the terms and conditions and interviewed you and done all of that, once they're happy with you, you and the developer will sign an agreement, the commission agreement form. Okay, and then the agent or the broker will get access to everything that is within the developer side. So once that happens, automatically Realopedia will open it up to allow you to access all of those marketing resource things. So it allows first of all the developer to do cross-border transactions. It allows you as an agent to become a preferred agent of the developer and to access his projects and resources. And then it allows you to represent a developer that is not in your country. So if you are in Mexico and you see a project that is taking place in Dubai, okay, and you have people in Mexico, let's say, who are of Arab origin, for example, and they are looking at buying in Dubai, and you see a project, so then you can click and become a DPAP agent for, let's say, Dubai properties, who will then give you access, and because you've signed a commission agreement, it's all legal and binding, and you can represent them in Mexico. So that allows you to improve and increase your connectivity on a global basis. Crowdfunding, I'm not the expert on it, but I'll just read what it says there. Basically, Realopedia collects investment opportunities from around the world and giving the investors a large variety of options to build wealth. This is going to happen, and it's going to be handled by our US partners in Q4 of this year. Some statistics. It's all well what we say, but just so that I can give you some examples in terms of the performance of Realopedia on a global basis. in the first quarter of this year, the first 3 months of 2017, we've had over a quarter of a million visitors to the site. The figures here that you see are a rolling 12 months, so up to March. So the last 12 months from April 2016 to March 2017, we've had 756,000 visitors to the site, of which a quarter of them were in the first quarter of this year, quarter of a million this year, which is a very high and really very impressed numbers. Our Facebook reach, we do a lot of social media. We push products, we push developers projects. We have a complete social media monthly planner that we talk about what is happening around the world in the real estate sector, and that goes out every day. So please join us on Facebook so that you can actually see and start receiving information on Realopedia. Our Google ads have reached 61 million impressions. We've had almost just under 30 million website hits. We now have almost 85,000 agents. Properties, they fluctuate, and you can get the latest figures from being on the portal itself. We've reached, in terms of countries reached, over 200 countries reached. We have 28 languages. We cater for 28 languages, and we've done almost 80 webinars now. Countries reached is basically where we are targeting digital marketing. We do everything mainly on digital marketing. So we do Facebook, we do Twitter, we do LinkedIn a little bit. We also do direct marketing, where on a daily basis we're sending out about various projects to all the agents so that they can connect and come on board. And if they're interested in becoming members of Realopedia, it's all on there. And we do our quarterly magazine that we send out twice basically, we repeat sending it out. So what we do is we bring the local to the global and the global to the local within Realopedia itself. Some of our global partners. Realopedia, we have our partner, which is Dubai Real Estate Institute, as I said earlier. They are the training arm of Dubai Land Department. We work very, very closely with them. We promote their real estate training courses. So, for example, now they have a training course that's taking place beginning of May. Over a 2-3 day period, which is with Harvard University. So they have some Harvard lecturers coming to talk about the real estate sector, and not just the real estate sector in the Middle East region. They're doing a case study from the Middle East. They're doing a case study from US. They're doing a case study. I'm just trying to remember now. Case study from the US, case study from Europe, case study from the Middle East. I think they're doing case study from South America as well. So we're working with DREI to bring. What we do is we promote them, but we also do, as I said, we do webinars with them that helps with information. Giving people free brief training sessions online. Basically through our webinar. So now we're opening it up, and we're opening it up where we are talking to other companies like JLL, that's Jones Lang LaSalle. We are also talking to RICS as well to bring them on board to actually start doing some of those webinars with us. And it's only 10 minutes, so it's not a heavy webinar. We are the global marketing partners for the Miami Association of Realtors. And we have a very good and close working relationship with them. If any of you guys who are attendees on here are part of the Miami Association of Realtors, then please do let us know, because you need to go onto your Clarity dashboard and click on the icon there to be able to get directly onto Realopedia itself from there. We have a monthly radio talk show with Radio Imo in France. And Radio Imo in France is the leading real estate radio station, and it covers all of the francophone speaking nations around the world, basically Europe, part of North Africa and of course North America in terms of Canada. We are the official media partners for MIPIM. MIPIM is the one of the leading, if not the largest, international property event, which is hosted in Cannes every single year. Some of the testimonials, I will just read a couple of them. One is by Nicholas Zavala, and he says Realopedia is the next generation platform for real estate professionals. In an ever shrinking world, one must be constantly expanding their reach to stay competitive. Realopedia offers the perfect place to do that. It provides a unique ecosystem where fruitful relationships can be built in residential, commercial, and investment real estate. Another one, which is, you will read it also if you click and download or read the Realopedia magazine, is from Mahmoud Al-Burai, who's the CEO of Dubai Real Estate Institute. I believe Realopedia will be the platform for real estate that will attract capital and investors that we were not able to attract traditionally. And in this regard, we are also looking for real estate agents worldwide to be our ambassadors, to be our voice of Dubai. I think if we want 10 times investors than we have today, we need to use Realopedia as the face to the international investors. We have enough focusing on traditional markets and investors. Let's get out of the box. Technology makes things faster and cheaper. This is the way forward. So, if you are a broker or a agent or a realtor, and you'd like to be able to target, to represent developers from the Middle East region and in particular Dubai, then please, do join Realopedia because you will be able to do that. And as Mahmoud have said on there, I will read another one. I'll leave you to read that. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. From Teresa Kenny. Realopedia is a global real estate marketplace for residential, commercial, and investment and services. It's the go-to site to do business for Miami and major destinations worldwide. As the largest local realtor association in the United States, we are proud to market our 46,000 members' properties on Realopedia. Thank you. Any questions? Hopefully you've all heard me and I haven't broken up too much. We will send you the webinar link once, which will be done towards the end of next week. Any questions?